Hey Beaker Middle School, and welcome to the May edition of What's New in the Library, the last edition of the 2017-18 school year. I hope everybody has a great summer. I hope you read a bunch of books. Don't forget to get on the library website and go to like Miss Berger's website and then books. And if you go out, there's a link called free ebooks, and you can read tons and tons and tons of ebooks for free on your computer, or you can check out books for the library that you download to your phone. So make sure you get a flyer outside of the library for that, because I expect everyone to be reading over the summer too. There's also a summer reading program at the public library that you guys can get involved in. So if you live in city limits and just take a bill up there to show them where you live, you can check out books from the public library, and they let you have like tons of books. So no excuses to not be reading this summer, folks. Get those books out. I'm going to talk to you about 3 books that are fairly new this month. So the first book I'm going to talk about today is Satellite. This is a science fiction book. It's young adult. It's new. We just got it in April, and it is about 3 teens who were born and raised on Moon 2. Moon 2 is a space station that moves at 17,500 miles an hour. That's how fast it rotates around the Earth. And it's just a space station, and these kids have lived there their whole lives being raised by astronauts. They've never been to Earth. And they've prepared and gone through all of these survival drills and everything because they're finally old enough to make the journey to Earth and go learn basically where they're really from. And this is like their journey to Earth and what it's like acclimating to life on Earth when you've never really been a part of it. So really interesting science fiction book. Seems like maybe it's not so much science fiction, like maybe it could happen really soon. Anyway, super cool kind of book. I've heard this one's really good for people who like the movie or book The Martian. So I liked it, but I haven't read The Martian, so I can't really compare the two. But I really recommend this one. I liked it as kind of a science fiction that really feels like it could happen today. So again, Satellite by Nick Lake. The next one we're going to look at is called Liberty, and this is the newest book about dogs in Kirby Larson's historic fiction series. This one is about a boy who likes to invent things, and he had polio, so he kind of has some developmental delays because of polio, because this book takes place in the 1940s during World War II. And he lives near an area where they're building ships for the war. And he and his next-door neighbor friend, who kind of drives him nuts, find this stray dog, and they get involved in the shipbuilding down on the harbor, and there's this really neat kind of inventor-ish old man, and these kids work with this dog, and World War II, a lot of cool kind of side notes going on there. If you haven't checked out this series by Kirby Larson, it's really good. They're all historical fiction set in different periods in time, and they have a dog as one of the main characters. So this is her newest one. It's called Liberty. And finally, I want to talk to you about a new graphic novel that I just am head over heels for. It's called Lowriders to the Center of the Earth. It's actually in the Lowriders series. The first one was, this is the first one. There's a second one. And I actually met the illustrator of these books. His name's Raul III. If you come by the library, we have a bulletin board where he has drawn the main character for me, and I put it up on the bulletin board for you guys to see. So this is Lowriders to the Center of the Earth. It's about a girl who's actually like an impala, like a horned deer, and she likes to work on cars, and there's all these different kind of characters. It's very fantasy and action. It's got amazing illustrations. He does all of his illustrations in pen. Really neat guy. His name's Raul Gonzalez, and he is a Mexican-American, and he makes these really neat graphic novels with Kathy Camper. So if you're interested in these and some really great stories with awesome artwork, you can check out the Lowriders series. Now let's hear what a kid or two have read this month.
The book I'm talking about today is Out of My Mind, and it's about a girl. She has Down syndrome, and she's stuck in a wheelchair, and people judge her for that, and like she can't talk, but one day she gets a meaty talker, and it helps her talk about what she wants to say and stuff. And so from that day on, like she goes into class like up to the regular classrooms right now, and she gets to try out for the quiz team, and she makes it on, and she uses her computer to talk for her and tell the answers. And she actually, the first time the team they went without her, so they kind of panicked. And then like she finally made it there, and they went out to eat and everything before they got there, and with the whole team. And Clara and Molly, they're like really mean to her, but I think it's Molly. she ends up puking all over the floor, and like then she feels better about herself. And this book is called Out of My Mind.
We didn't get any new books in May, guys, but we're going to get 300 new books in over the summer. Well, it's a wrap. That's it for the 17-18 editions of What's New in the Library. I will see you all back in August. I will miss you so much over the summer. I'm sure you will see me around town. I'll be at the park and at all the around town events and probably Walmart every other day because, hey, I'm a mom. So if you see me, don't forget to say hi, give me a hug. I miss you so much. I can't wait to see how much everybody grows over the summer. And please, please, please do me a favor and read something every day. I don't care if it's a fashion blog or Snapchat Discovery or the newspaper. Please just read something every day. It kills the burger a little bit every time you don't read something. That's all I want you to do is be smarter people. So pick up something and read it this summer. I love you all. Have a great summer.